Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's AEW Live Review on YouTube Live with AltJake and George. Hello again, everybody. We are back. I am AltJake. You listen to AltJake Takes On Live, episode number 5. AEW Dynamite review of the Post WrestleDream show. I'm here with my buddy George, as always. How you doing today, my friend?
Doing good. Post WrestleDream Dynamite.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. A lot going on there.
I was trying to figure out what exactly was post-show Dynamite or post-show WrestleDream on from that show. But we'll get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you nailed it before. I think you said it was from Phil of PWT that there shouldn't be wrestle in any of the other shows except for WrestleMania. I guess they could have one, but yeah, like WrestleDream, WrestlePalooza, Wrestle Wolf.
They like that name, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then it's just crazy that there's another pay-per-view coming up in a month already. Like, they're just it was a hell of a show. It was a hell of a show. We'll get into it, but I know if there's anything you wanted to talk about before, we're gonna go chronologically how it went live.
I was surprised. You know, I was pissed off last week because I didn't get my Tony Khan before Dynamite.
You're loving that. No,
fortunately for me, I got 2 Tony Khans this week.
Yeah, and I pulled this up here. I've watched this one. I haven't seen. There's 2, so we're just gonna watch a part of this one really quick. So this is, when did he post this?
This was middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, right, because it's in this. Well, I mean, it was in there from Texas, so it was like
San Antonio.
Yeah, but this one was the early one. There was 2 that he posted, but this is
I thought I was getting enough from this one, folks. And this one's 5.5 minutes, and I watched it. He starts to end it twice and goes on for minutes longer. And he was smart to wear sunglasses in this one, so we don't have to count the blinks. But you counted the greats, and you said the greats. They finished off at 23.
When you first hear it, you're surprised that it's that low because he says great like 4 times like 7 times in the first 3 sentences, and then at the end here, this one's great. We've got this little part here
at Celebration, revealing that bracket and those great. We just talked about. There's a lot more great action to come, and it's all happening tonight. Championship belts, and in addition to that, Celebration revealing that bracket and those great matches we just talked about. There's a lot more great action to come, and it's all happening tonight. It'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central.
He says great. He also says beautiful city twice. Oh man, this one. And
the first one was 5 minutes of gold. That's awesome.
So, yeah, no, it's 5.5 minutes. But then you told me there was another one that I haven't seen purposely. Let me pull that one up. I purposely.
Yeah, this one was 5 minutes before Dynamite started.
Yeah. All right. So there was that one. Hang on. Let's pull the other one. So this
at this time I was figuring the one was going to be plenty. I figured that first one was 5.5 minutes. I'm like, I'm good. That's perfect.
Well, and that first one was early. That was at like 1 p.m. Eastern, like 1:23 p.m. Eastern. So that one was early. And then the other one that he's got that is literally 7 minutes before they go live is this one. So
this is what I'm used to.
We are going to pull this one up here. All right.
Once it starts, I'm going to jump in real quick.
Hang on. No. I purposely have this set up here so we can see this part first. Where is this from?
Just listen to him. Listen to him,
though. That background. All right. So I haven't seen this. All I know is this right here. That he is
after he says 2 words, just stop it.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, stop. Automatically he's in the bathroom, right?
Right. Yeah, 100%. No, this is
the echo effect 100%.
Well, and the tile, like is he on a stall? Is he in the bathroom on a stall? Like
I was making fun, said he was going number 2, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he's going, but I think he's sitting on one. I think he's sitting on I think he's sitting on a toilet right now, or somewhere up against the wall, like facing the toilet doors. I don't know. This is live for me. I have not seen this, so we're getting a live reaction to this from me for this 3 minutes and 10 seconds. If you need me to pause it, just let me know. Here we go.
The rest of this is just count the first video. He says great a lot. This video, he says tonight a lot.
Well, this one I'm also looking at. I mean, we've got eyes. So how many blinks are we going to get? That's the other one.
0.
Oh, gosh.
It has been quite a chaotic scene here tonight. It is just days after AEW WrestleDream on pay-per-view. We are moments away, just seconds away from going live on the Superstation TBS and on HBO Max for AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. It's going to be a great show tonight.
What's that back? Do you hear that rumbling? Is there a rumbling? Is like somebody going in and out of the door there? Did you hear that? There's like a rumble.
No,
Ladies and gentlemen, after this I Quit match, you're going to hear from Darby Allin here live tonight. Darby Allin's in the building.
Oh, he blinked twice. He just did a double blink.
We know it's live tonight. When else is it going to be?
Literally, this is 7 minutes before the show, and look at it. There's 9,000 views, so it's not like people are gonna go back and watch this. We're the only people going back and watching.
I was watching this live.
No,
I had it.
There's 8,955 views. I feel like 8,800 of them would have been watching it live right before the show was gonna go on. People knew this was happening, and this is
the audience.
While he was having fun in the bathroom.
First of all, the audience is for who you think the audience is for. The people are already watching Dynamite. They're already ready to go. So you got your whatever.
Yeah, he's got the Urkel glasses on. Yeah, thanks, Exact Change, man. That's a good line. Yeah, and we've got 3 blinks so far in the first 30 seconds, and 2 were just now.
Now, as disturbing as the I Quit match is, it was really a hard-hitting match. What's unthinkable to me is what I just heard. Jon Moxley, as I alluded to earlier today, Jon Moxley, he may be a medical marvel after what happened at
a medical marvel. What?
Yeah. In the first video, he talks about the guys getting medical clearances and stuff, and how they're not going to be able to clear to wrestle. And Moxley's a medical miracle of science and shit like that. It was amazing. It was great, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah. I can pull it back up if you want me to.
No. It's 5 minutes. I ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, these are
WrestleDream after what happened in this I Quit match. It's unthinkable to me that Jon Moxley could get medically cleared to compete here tonight. Jon Moxley has been spending today in the doctor's office. He spent his day getting cleared. He wants to wrestle tonight.
Whoa. Spend his day getting cleared. What does that mean?
I don't know. Spent the day in the doc. So like he came in and they were like, "No, you're not cleared." So what did he go do? Run some laps, drink some water. You know, like I don't. How do you get medically cleared? I just hung out at the office. Did he intimidate the doctor until he gave him a clearance? Like
he told the doctor, he goes, "You medically clear me, or I'm going to put your head in your fishbowl out front here."
No, he just ranted at him incoherently in a play where he just get out of here. Fine, you're cleared. Go. You're not getting. Don't you show me that fishbowl or the sink that's in the doctor's office?
Conglomeration and the Death Riders will be wrestling in a trios match. You got Mark Briscoe and Orange Cassidy teaming with the guest star Roderick Strong against the Death Riders.
Guest star.
Jon Moxley has made it known he wants a match here moments from now on Dynamite. I was thinking there's no way Jon Moxley is going to
Why do you tell us that?
After what he went through with Darby Allin in that I Quit match, I thought there's no way they were going to say Jon Moxley could compete, but he's passed all the tests.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
And Jon Moxley wants a match. Given what's been going on with the conglomeration and the Death Riders, I am going to give Jon Moxley that match. It's going to be Jon Moxley one-on-one versus Kyle O'Reilly here tonight. After the crazy I Quit match, Jon Moxley has a lot of heart.
It's like the 5th time he's brought up the I Quit match
tonight, and I think he's very upset about what happened at WrestleDream, and sounds like Jon Moxley has a lot to prove here tonight.
I feel like he's promoted WrestleDream more.
You got a mid blink. Nice mid blink.
Wow, I should go buy a lottery ticket. That takes some luck. You don't get that because I wasn't trying at all. I was just dumb luck. You're right. But how many times can you mention the I Quit match that already happened?
That's great.
And he keeps saying WrestleDream. Like, are they trying to get? Because I did notice Excalibur at least 4 different times mentioned to buy the replay on HBO Max. I think they're trying to get any numbers to match it they can. Like, you guys want to see this? Did you saw the clips online? That should make you want to see it. Nothing makes you want to watch a wrestling match. Like
they were doing the old WWE thing where they show you the pay-per-view, but every time the bump gets ready, they freeze the screen.
Right. Or they show the pictures in the slow motion. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good sales tactic.
Dynamite. So again, Jon Moxley, if you're just joining me here live, Jon Moxley has gone to the doctors. He's gotten cleared and he wants to compete tonight. Jon Moxley will wrestle Kyle O'Reilly one-on-one moments from now.
Maybe he did see the live viewers go up.
And if you're not tuned into TBS, I suggest you flip it on right now. We're seconds away from getting started. Thank you all for watching AEW Dynamite. Thanks to everyone who watched AEW WrestleDream.
This is what he did in the other one. He starts thinking, damn, I am good at this. He did this in the other one where he starts slowing down, like wrapping it up and thanking people. And there's still 40 seconds left. Like, what is he? Oh my God.
I'd love to know what exactly happened between 1 o'clock and minutes before Dynamite, where Jon Moxley was spent the day getting cleared by a medical staff from AEW.
Yeah, right. And like, I think he was in by his doctor. Like, he's got his doctor fly.
No, they had AEW medical, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're the guy with the official shirt that has no position whatsoever.
The official shirt. I mean, hey, when Tony gives you a shirt, might be like the red shirt in Star Trek with all the security.
I want to buy me an AEW medical t-shirt.
I'm sure PWTs has it for you.
It was an incredible I Quit match. Again, we'll hear from Darby Allin here live tonight after his huge win, making Jon Moxley submit to win the match. And Jon Moxley has gotten cleared. And Jon Moxley will compete one-on-one here tonight against Kyle O'Reilly. We've got Bandito versus Okada. We've got the Ops versus the Hurt Syndicate, huge championship fights. We'll reveal the bracket for the women's tag title tournament.
There you go.
Much more tonight on Wednesday Night Dynamite, just seconds from now. I'll see you soon.
Love that. There you go. There you go. The classic.
There's a good shot at Tony.
Looks like, geez. What's the silent film guy? Crap.
Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, right there.
There you go.
That's
nice.
That was awesome.
Oh man, that was fun. So yeah, we will have to do if he starts going live, if he continues to go live. Yeah, no, you watch him and I'll watch him live with that. That was much more fun to live react to that. Oh God, what?
I feel bad, but no, I don't feel bad. He
can't.
Actually, once he got through everything, he actually promoted the program kind of well.
Right.
Actually,
he goes back.
Got stuck on this whole medical and
and
Moxley
I feel like
and I Quit match 90 times.
We've seen him do that before too, where like he gets something in his mind or he wants to say something a specific way or something, and like he's like the wrestlers when you see sometimes when somebody gets interrupted or the crowd gets too loud and they go back to the line that they've already said to like get through it exactly. And like the good ones will change it up a little bit or go around a different way to get back to it. But like Tony's the same way where he's like, no, I got to say it just this way. It's like the Pepsi and Harvey Weinstein line. He was like, he said it halfway, said it, got cut off. And he's like, nope, I'm going back to it, starting over. And this is the same kind of thing. Like, he was convinced it was so important that he got medically cleared, I guess.
That one was only 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and he could have got every point out in about a minute 45.
Yeah.
Because he does go through the card and promotes the matches. That was good. However.
Right. However, there's also the problem is the other minute and 45 seconds where he's rambling and being crazy. And then.
But he's awesome, dude.
I mean,
I love it. I do.
He's entertaining. Like I said, if he just didn't like be so focused on talking shit and doing this, like if he was just focused on his own show and his own stuff, you're right. He's not. It's fine, but it's when he's like got to be out there, like, no, we are the better one. We're the best wrestler. Just don't fight anybody else. Don't worry about anything else.
Tony, if you're listening, don't listen to what Jake says. Listen to what George tells you. I thought you did a very good job of getting me ready for Dynamite. I appreciated it, and I think you're gold, buddy. Keep it up.
To get George real big fish to play for him when he sells out. Hey-o. Oh man. I guess we'll just dive into the show though. So
after that rousing rendition from Tony, how did we start off the show?
Yeah, and so I'd forgotten that they started off because I went to their website for the pictures of it. And they do show like Bryan Danielson coming out in their pictures. And then they didn't show what the actual show actually started with, which was Hangman Page cutting another ridiculously paced and such an oddly way that he speaks in his promos.
Who was with him?
The AEW medical guy.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right. The guy's everywhere. It was in the back. It was after WrestleDream, which so when after they attack, that's all I have to say about it. It's just like
I like his passion. Okay, it's there.
I do. It's the delivery that
His passion was there. Just telling him to calm down without really telling him to calm down verbally was good. I like that.
Yeah, no, and it's just, again, and the reason I get so frustrated with it is because he says he doesn't like to take advice or whatever. So you just like, if someone could help him or coach him, because he does have, like, he's got all the right tools. He's just using the wrong ones in wrong places. Like he's trying to stick the, Phillips head in the flathead slam.
Who's backstage to coach him now, though?
No, but you're right. You're right. That's.
I mean, they have some big names still signed, but are they actively involved in the matchmaking and stuff? I don't know.
I don't know, and I don't think so. I feel like the booking is just do your own stuff, and who else is backstage there? I know, like Jake doesn't travel anymore.
Jerry Lynn's back there.
You're right. That's yeah.
Do you know what they're doing?
Yeah, but I mean, you've also, when people aren't listening to you, you're just there collecting a paycheck with it. Like, Chris Daniels is there. I know, Pat Buck is there. Whomever the AEW mole is seems to be a former wrestler and has some knowledge. It just, yeah, no. And so, yeah, and then
they're starting all their shows lately with promos, though. I noticed that.
Right. Well, they did that, and then it cuts. And look, I'm just going to show you this too. So I'm going to share this really quick because, like, where I get my pictures from, this is how bad the company is. Because I get the pictures from here to where to
see. Here's the other thing. We're talking
like, where's
about
the first match? Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're good. No.
Jerry Lynn's there. Malenko's there. These guys are all older than me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 60, so they're probably in their mid to upper 60s, maybe 70 even.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
The advice they're going to lay out is not going to resonate with a 25-year-old talent, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I fully that makes a lot of sense the way you say, like, especially with these guys, because they're only looking to do their kind of crazy styles. Like at one point, Jungle Boy even calls the Bucks like, the best tag team of the generation. Like that's what they care about. That's who they want to go. But when you go on their page to look at what happened at the show, they started with Darby. Like there was the Ops match was first, and honestly, I kind of forgot about it because the match meant nothing, which was just so sad to have the Ops versus the Hurt Syndicate, where you're finally having like Hobbs actually go up against Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and it's for free on TV in a nothing match. I mean, I know it was technically for the title, but who cares? You know what I mean? No one was watching for nobody really thought that that the Ops were going to lose or that it was going to mean anything. Why?
Did you not like the match?
I mean, it was fun. No, I liked the match. I'm just like, why is this on free TV? Why is this done this way of it? Why was it waiting? The match was fine. Well, there was parts of the match that were fine. There was parts of the match that were stupid. I love seeing Hobbs out there with them. I'm just saying, why is it done this way here in a nothing match with no story?
I think they're going back to the Hurt Syndicate again with them with the title again. I think. I don't know.
Okay, but
probably
right there. Are the Hurts now done with the demand? Because they came out to. I'm just wondering why these things happen the way they do. That's yeah. And I mean, if you want to put the trios titles on them, so then Joe can go out after that. You know what I mean? Like that's cool, but also like, do we really think that's going to happen? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. When I'm watching this, I'm just wondering why it's happening the way it is and not.
Maybe they're getting ready to do something bigger for the pay-per-view. This is the start of it.
Well, and there's the other problem, and I'm glad you mentioned that. No, it is, but I'm also glad you mentioned that because I did have this written down where, because if you're going to have the pay-per-views the way they're doing them now, where they're every month instead of overloading them with 9, 10, 11 matches, why don't they do it where you have 5 or 6 matches and you build them up in between? So like whoever was wrestling at WrestleDream isn't probably going to wrestle at Full Gear. Like maybe they do, but maybe they don't. You know what I mean? Like
you're not going to get them to go to 5 to 6 matches right off the bat. You can maybe go to 8 to 9.
I'm just saying, I'm not even saying for a number, just not as many. You don't need everything on every pay-per-view is my point. That's where.
Yeah, but you'll get them. You might see don't know, dude.
Yeah, exactly. This is where I get frustrated. It's like, you're right there.
I just don't think, I think you're right. There's no way they can keep doing 14, 15, 13 matches. They have to bring it down to at least 8 or 9.
Yeah.
That's acceptable for me.
And you're getting to the point too, where the AEW fans aren't enjoying as much. I've seen a lot of it from people saying like this. A lot of AEW hardcores were saying like this pay-per-view is coming to for WrestleDream. Like it wasn't that exciting. There wasn't that much on the card. Because everybody knew Joe wasn't going to win the belt from Hangman. There wasn't anything major that was going to happen. They're just having pay-per-views to have pay-per-views. It's just, make them important is there. However, you can have it as 8, 9 matches still, but just make them so they matter as much. Where maybe from what's starting here, because if you had matches that you didn't have on WrestleDream, maybe you would have something building towards Full Gear. I mean, all of you've got is what Mercedes and Statlander and
that wasn't bad actually.
No, I'm just saying like you already have more being built up to it and people being excited about it instead of
I think they're building something here I think they're building something with Joe though. It seems that way to me.
Good God, I hope so, because it's just hard for me to watch him flounder like this in this company where they just I love Joe. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. He's one of him and AJ Styles were the reason I ever watched TNA back in the day. He's great. It's just he's talking a big game, but do you think they're going to put him over Hangman?
He signed the contract. He knew what he was doing.
I understand. No, I know. And he's saying it's his last one. So hopefully Tony loves doing retirement angles and older guy deals. Maybe he'll do something with it. Maybe you're right. I find it hard to believe with it because I know how much Tony and the Bucks and Kenny all love Hangman and they think Hangman is their Roman. I don't know what they think he is. I don't know. This just match like this match should have been on the pay-per-view. It was. Yeah, it was. It just like for it to be on free TV now, like even Tony when he was billboarding, he's like, oh, people wanted to see this. Like, yeah, but make it just because it's for a title doesn't mean something. You know what I mean? I think
they were disappointed with their WrestleDream numbers. They wanted to get some people to tune in.
You're right. And that's why
this is a way to do it. I get that.
And that's why Tony was telling you how great the I Quit match was. Excalibur mentioned it like 7 times, not 7, like 3 or 4 times. He mentioned you go on He was saying it specifically for HBO Max too. I noticed that for the replay. He didn't say he wasn't saying
raised their prices, by the way.
Ooh, shocking, and also put themselves up for sale. Or
to be fair, every streamer is raising their prices, so I can't
absolutely, and only will continue to do so. That's why way back in the day when everyone's like, oh, we're cutting the cord and saving money. I was like, whatever works for you, but you just know it's going to come back around. Like those companies aren't going to not get their money. You know what I mean? Like, it's how it works. But I mean. Like I said, I enjoyed the match and it ended the way it should have. Like it made sense in the way it worked. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Hobbs needs to turn on Joe and go join the Hurt Syndicate. Maybe. I don't know. There needs to be something more substantial than just, it's for the trios titles. But
yeah, they're probably, I'm thinking that's the way they're going for the next pay-per-view. I think that's where they're going to go. We'll see.
I would love it.
But I
would love it. Honestly, that would really work for me. And so then Statlander did a little thing where she accepted Monet's Full Gear challenge. Great. And then we had Darby come out, which was a good promo. I mean, but it's also Darby being Darby. I'll die for this company. But the Everest thing is cool in a sense. I mean, the way Everest is nowadays, as long as you have enough money and the Sherpas, like there's a line to get up to the top. So it's not like it's the greatest trek as it ever used to be. But it's still an amazing thing that happened. And he has the flag to prove it, and so it is cool. And he is a good face of the company as long as he can stay healthy. It's just
I didn't realize. I don't think I realized just how small he was until yesterday for some odd reason. I knew he's smaller, but
he's tiny. He's a tiny man. I mean that jacket's a medium. No, I'm just kidding. He is though. Like he's just not a big guy, but it works for him in his way. Like it really does. And
he has a weird connection to the crowd. He has a weird connection to the people, and the people like
especially
him.
These people.
I think the ship has passed on him. They should have pulled the trigger and not let him climb the mountain until after they did the match.
Yep. Like he wanted to do it the year before, and then the thing in New York happened where he got hit by a taxi or a bus, whatever the story is. Either way, he got hit by a car. And so he couldn't do it then. Yeah, this storyline, especially with how they set it up with Mox taking the title and the shot from him at Grand Slam and all that stuff. Like, yes, you had to do it. You had to be like, no, not this. And then, he wins the belt at All In, and then he can drop it because you can only climb Everest between like, I think it's like March and April, like the only 2 months or whatever. There's a specifically small time frame. I forget what it is, but then he could drop it before and go do it the next year. Because you're right, like there's still some people, and the some people are the diehards, like the super diehard AEW people, like the 250,000 of the 500 to watch, the people that like will defend no matter what. They love it, but is that enough? And I don't think it is, and I don't think it's enough for casual viewers.
Like, I thought they were gonna. I wanted to see it, but
it would have. And honestly, it would have been great if they had it to where, again, like you could have had that match at All In be an I Quit match, and Mox and the Death Riders go away. Like the fact that they're still here, like what are they doing? Their storyline doesn't make any sense. If like even Mox cuts that weird promo in front of the mirror where he's like rambling on about, I wasn't successful. It was your strength that won, but I'm still doing my, like, what are you doing? What's your point?
Think about if they would have pulled the plug on this when the Death Riders thing, when people were getting really sick of it. Like AEW fans, every fan was really at the height of their sickness, I guess.
They were fully down with the sickness.
If they would have pulled the plug on this, that would have got a huge reaction.
Yes, and actually,
and like you say, after that, next pay-per-view, he just loses it, climbs the mountain, comes back, and he wins it back again. No big deal,
right? Or like he's back in the mix. Stuff. Yeah. No, and then he can have like he could have brought a belt up to the top with him, and I don't. Yeah, it just didn't make any sense to do it there. They've done, and you can kind of see in this point now that like they're kind of like, what are we like? I don't know. Like Hangman's reign is okay, but it doesn't really end the story of it. And
same as it was last year.
It's exactly it.
Hasn't changed. Same thing.
No,
pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And then after Jungle Boy and Dino Douche cut their weird little promo in the back, and then you had this match that was
this.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I was purposely kind of holding off to put this one up in front of you right there. Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Like
honestly, I watched this whole thing. I did. I watched the whole thing. I couldn't believe how awkward it was. I tried to be optimistic too. I like some people in here. I do. But it was so off-timed, and like they were waiting for their cue, and they couldn't work together. It was terrible.
You're right. No, here's the thing. Like, no, you're right. There's definitely some good talents in there. Obviously Jamie Hayter is good. Megan Bain's got has a good look, but is green. Queen Aminata is a decent wrestler. Willow's pretty good. She was
awful looking.
She is. Yeah.
During this match, she was terrible.
And I feel like, here's the thing. Everybody was, because you nailed it. You said, and at the beginning, the timing was just off everywhere. Just nothing hit right.
None of these girls are tag team wrestlers, Jake.
Right.
They're all singles.
Yeah. And that's the thing of why, like, I know Tony's a belt mark, and he's been wanting to do this tag belts thing for a while of it, but with women, it's just not necessary. I know you've got a big roster, but like, you said, there's no tag teams. Like Sky Blue and Julia Hart, the Sisters of Sin, like they are a tag team. That makes sense. Bane, like Penelope Ford's kind of mostly like Bane's mouthpiece, who can wrestle. Okay. But like Harley Cameron and Willow Knight, like Harley Cameron's literally, and they said it in the show, she's tried to get on Statlander's good side. She's tried to get on Monet's good side, and she got in with Willow. So they wore the same colors. Whoop-de-doo. And then Jamie Hayter and Aminata was like, hey, we used to fight each other, but let's fight here.
Here's what if you're gonna
didn't lose.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this, which is fine with me, if you're gonna do this, don't introduce the belts and then start slowly introducing the tag teams as a tag team. Because it's at this moment, we just know these people as individual wrestlers, most of them. If you start introducing them slowly throughout the weeks, little 30-second vignettes, of them teaming up, or maybe in the weight room working out or jogging or having dinner or going out together, establishing the tag team, slowly building them up for about a month each, or not each, but a month,
something.
And then next month introduce this tournament. I can buy it.
Right. No, it's not the best plan, but it's a plan. You know what I mean? Like, it's a plan, and there's no plan here.
Just get me invested in the girls.
Yeah.
Get me invested in the girls. That's all.
Shout out to the Wrestling Old Head. It was like a producer for the match, like, go out and have fun, but like nobody figured it out. It was like there was no cohesion, and with like the way it was set up, where like anybody could tag anybody in. It was one of those type of matches, and it was just a shit show. And then it went, I believe, two commercials. Like,
everybody was off. The referee, timing, announcers, nobody knew what the hell was going on for this thing. Everybody was a mess.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Like, it was just I tried to take notes a couple of times, and like I ended up trying to write and crossing it. I just, and I feel like that was actually a great description of the match. Was just like, what was going on? Now,
and then no offense to any of the women in this match, but only Julia Hart wore like wrestling gear pants. Everybody else had a thong.
Right?
I'm like, what the?
Well, Willow's got her thing with it, but yeah, no, and
no, she had a wedgie too.
Yeah,
she had a wedgie going. They all did, except for Julia Hart. She wore long pants. That was it. I'm like, come on, man.
That's no, everybody's got that. That's the look. I mean, especially in
that's no different in WWE
OnlyFans world. Oh no, it's an OnlyFans wrestling world for the women. I fully understand.
You can't mention that word on YouTube, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see. Good to know. Hey, you learn something new every day. And I'm actually glad Exact Change Man brought this up, because I have this as my next note was, I actually thought the DC sponsorship and the crossover was a great look for them. And like, as what it was with they were promoting something specific for DC, not just like DC in general.
Why? Tell me why they did it.
Because DC's owned by by Warner. So it's
more than that.
Was it?
No, think about it. Think about it for a minute. What franchise is under the DC? In his retirement tour right now for WWE. Last match is coming up in December.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the Peacemaker being a DC.
Did you not see Tony Khan's? I think he tweeted or something. I can't remember what he did, but he said him and John Cena are partners.
No, I didn't, but that doesn't surprise me.
They're partners officially.
Yeah, they're partners, and that seems to go over about as well as that one where he talked crap about Undertaker and Cena not getting 1 million viewers in that when they went head to head with this.
Now they're best friends.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, no, absolutely.
That's the reason why he did it. He can mention John Cena and not get sued or not get cease.
Sure. No, well, I mean, yeah, no. All right, I give you that, and because it's literally their parent company can tell them what to do. It didn't cost them anything with it. But I'm just saying, it was a good look in my opinion. I thought it actually worked very well. I thought it looked good. I thought it made Penelope Ford in the Harley Quinn gear, like I liked those.
Yeah, she looked good.
She did, and but that was just, it was a rough watch. It really was. But
look at Jamie Hayter, Queen Amanada's.
I was just gonna say, look at
what the hell did we just do?
I look at. And that's because I feel like she actually does have some talent, but even she knew, like, no, this was bad. No, Queen Jabalata, man. I'm surprised she didn't take the L. Jamie Hayter, I like, she's talented, but they don't know what to do with her. I feel like they kind of know she's WWE bound when she can get out of the clutches. But they get the whole point of this match was whoever won got to pick their first round opponent for the women's tag title tournament. That's gonna be fun. And they chose the Sisters of Sin, which, okay, that's obviously, I mean, Julia Hart's never really done much, and it's as a, what I mean, like, it'll just be another, they'll lose and go out, but whatever. Then we get to talk about the most fun segment of the whole show for me, because I hadn't watched the lives yet. Tony on TV.
Shocking. Just shocking.
Okay, so this is like their callback from last week, because last week they tried to go to Tony's door and they banged on it, but nobody answered with it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, Tony can be like the off screen, whatever with it. But no, he comes out, and I'm so glad I got this picture, because by the way, again, if I go back to the AEW pictures of the web on their website to promote this show, there's no pictures of this segment at all because nobody wanted to see this shit.
It didn't take long either. He came out and was gone.
He came out and look at his eyes. Like he doesn't know where to look.
We talked about this when he first.
Yeah, we did.
When he first comes out, he's staring at the camera. He's not talking to either of the Bucks. So he's staring at the camera. Like Jake said, Jake said probably somebody made a motion.
Look
at who you're talking to.
Somebody
look at who you're talking
to,
please. Look at who you're talking to. It's common courtesy.
Right.
And then he couldn't look at him. He looked toward him.
He looked like their general direction. And that's what he's like talking to balding Buck there, but he's just looking near him. Yeah, no, he's like, he says something. He comes out and says, like, it's been a while or something, and says something else. And then, like, he says, and you guys want a money match. And it's at that point, like, somebody tells him, look at one of them. And you see him, like, because he's just staring. Like,
at least the Bucks are turned toward each other and toward him.
Right.
He stands straight the whole time and moves his eyes, which no human ever does. You turn your body toward the person and you talk to him. It's natural. He didn't do that. No.
This doesn't help dispel the rumors of Tony being a robot. I'm sorry. It just yeah. And the eyes move, like the arms a little bit. For them to announce that it's going to be a $400,000 all-star tag match. I mean, what is it? It's Jobtastic Express and Jet Speed teaming up against the Bucks and FTR. Also,
how many takes you think this took, by the way?
I feel like they just did it in one, maybe like whatever Tony got, whatever he was supposed to say out, they just went with it. Look at Cash's face. They're just trying. Yeah, you're right. Like they've all gotten their parts right, but it takes Tony coming through. Luckily for FTR, like the moment Tony says you're going to team up with these guys, the door opens and Tony's gone. He runs away. He's gone.
It's amazing.
So like FTR didn't have to redo their scenes multiple times, but I feel like the Bucks, however long it took Tony to get it, because obviously this is pre-taped and well in advance because we know Tony hangs out in Gorilla. Like he's not. Plus, I mean, it's a makeup room. Look at it. Look back there. That's a makeup mirror. They just put Tony's thing over them. That's a makeup room. Look at it. I didn't even see that before.
Guys who wear makeup for these shows, I all do.
I didn't say I have not a problem with it. That's it. I'm just saying it's not Tony Khan's office. Like this, they were trying to pretend it was Tony's office. That's what they had.
I'm okay with that.
I know. It just makes me laugh. I don't know.
Vince McMahon's office.
You could have shot the camera.
Vince McMahon's office used to be a little fucking closet in the corner.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you could have shot it from the other angle where you can't just see the makeup room.
I'm sure they had many opportunities to change this scene around. They just fuck it.
That's valid.
The way it was.
Yeah, you're right. I'm picking nits at the shit. You're right. There was a lot shittier shit in this shit. You're right. No, that's on me. That's it. This was just so cringe. Like, what is the word they say? Cringe. This might even be crunge or cronge. This was just beyond. This was hard to watch. It really was.
Oh, it was entertaining to me. I loved it.
It is, but like you've said before, like you start to feel bad a little point. I don't know. It's kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Parts of it are really funny, but parts of it are just tough to watch. No, I'm not actually. What did I say? I'm not. I actually purposely don't try to read the chat too much because I don't want to get like lost and get my dyslexia to cross over. But me and old head saying the same thing happens all the time. You know,
I've taken these segments now as comedy.
Oh yeah,
that's how I've taken them, and I'm entertained by the hell. I'm entertained beyond.
Yeah. I feel like you're right. Like Tony is the Frank Drebin from The Naked Gun. Like he's the straight man trying to be. You're right. No. So there. Oh boy. I don't. Well, was it Mercedes? That was the next thing. Is we've got Renee and the puppet. And
by the way, can you tell Renee's pregnant?
Now that you say it, yes.
No official. I don't think it's been an official announcement, but I noticed it right off the bat. Yeah, off the bat last night.
I didn't look, and I didn't pay attention to it. But yeah, no. Now that you say it, that definitely looks like a baby bump.
Yeah. Here's my observation of this before you start.
Please.
I said Renee's pregnant. What's with the cheap vodka?
Okay.
And that was about it.
No,
the DC stuff on the side was nice too. I like that.
Yeah, no, that was good for most of it. Yeah,
and that's what I noticed right off the bat. pregnancy and cheap vodka.
Yeah,
awesome.
the plastic bottle of vodka. That's the bottle of vodka that actually would freeze. Like
no brand name though. Just says
just
vodka.
Says vodka.
Like your mom used to go to the store and get beans or hot dogs. Just said hot dogs on them. No brand name. This is vodka. That's all it said. Vodka.
Yeah. Well, awesome. And in a plastic bottle too. No, this is nice budgeting. Nice. No, I was taking it as it was being like the cheap version because it was Harley playing, making fun of Mercedes with the puppet. When she made Renee do the dance and like, I just feel bad because Renee is talented. She's good, but I mean, if she made these decisions, she did, kind of like Samantha Irvin, like you made the choice to go here and hang out with your husband because you love him, but.
No, she's made no choice. She's on a year. Still has a year left on her non-compete.
But no, she chose to leave. But she chose to leave WWE.
Yeah, she chose to leave with a 2-year non-compete. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that was schmet. That was wicked schmet, and still has a year left. And then Mercedes comes out, and again, the CEO chants. Like I know there are people that try to defend it, but they are clearly just part of the track on the song. Like that's no one's chanting that. Like no one in the crowd was chanting or moving. Like people don't really care. She definitely has certain fans, but there isn't like this mass. Like when she came in initially of like, she's amazing. She's going to be great. People are just like, whatever.
This is the best she's looked to me. She looked really good here.
Yeah. I'll give you that. She does. And I mean, like I've said, she's got talent for it. It's just, and then she comes in and yells at the puppet and knows it's Harley. She pushes the puppet into the cake too. I feel like that was to try to throw people off because everybody knows when there's cake in wrestling, somebody's going into it. But after she pulled out Harley, out came Statlander, who put Monet into the cake, which
very roughly, by the way.
Yeah, I thought
like
so
she
too.
Meant like her face got the cake, but her face also got the end of the table. You can see where she's at. She's at the end of the table. That's not where you want them in the middle of the cake, more or less.
Yeah, no, and then she like power bombed her through it too. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. That was one of my notes. Was just ow. That looked pretty painful of it. But I mean, that was fine. It was fun. I mean, again, this match, like they have been able to build this up. Like by the time the pay-per-view gets here, this will have been built up and this match will be good. And unfortunately, that'll probably
I think Statlander is actually going to win. I really do. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope so. It would be good. It would make sense too for, for her to win and actually. So then she could, because if she wins the actual belt, and then she's got to start losing at some point. I don't think she's ready to do that yet. I think she has to.
I told you the reason why I think Mercedes should lose. I think she deserves some time off, and I'm being honest with that.
You're right. You did say that
everywhere.
Because when did she show up? She showed up. We looked this up. It was like March of last year, and she hasn't been off since.
Yeah, she's working.
You're right.
She's working her ass off. I'm going to give her that. She's going to promotions. She's winning. Who cares if she's winning or losing? She's going. She's working.
Right. Oh yeah. No, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. There's never been any disagreement there. And she's definitely that. And when people say, well, how has she helped out those promotions when she's wrestled in them, I'm sure they've got the most tickets sold they've ever sold before.
Yeah. That Calgary promotion was so happy. They were
right.
They had a crowd of like 2,500 and they normally,
and that makes a ton of sense. I'm just not sure what's going to happen now. It's going to go afterward. And then also it cuts back to, it was a little bit afterward, but we'll just finish out that start of the storyline where she's talking to Alicia Atut. And then Athena comes out and seems like she's going to challenge her for a match, but then says they should team up for the tag titles. So
that's interesting.
Not really, right? I was like, okay, not really sure
that could be good.
Kind of going on there, but
I just wish they would have maybe cleaned her up a little bit because this was a little bit afterwards. Like
it was,
right? 10,
15? Yeah, no, because it was in between. What happened in between was the match of the conglomeration.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It was a 15.
Yeah, I just had it all in one, and I was like, we can just get that out of the way. So, because sometimes if I don't go back, I'll forget. And because this is long, this took up like a bunch of segments because of where it went through. Because it was O'Reilly, and I just got this picture because Roddy Strong with like the special guest. He doesn't want to be in the group. Like, can they ever have him doing anything serious at all?
What was with the intro to this too? With the 1980s sitcom?
Apparently, that's their TV. Like that's people. I looked at it. I was on Twitter looking at that too. Apparently, that's just what at some point that's what they've done. I think it's done more on Collision though. I think when they come out as a group, that's what they are. But I think we see that more on Collision. They come out.
I wasn't a fan of that.
No, it was. I mean, I got what it was. It was the sillies like 90 nostalgia.
Yeah, I get it, but I didn't like it.
It was dumb. No,
not for wrestling. No.
Yeah, no, not for this group. But that's what this group is. Like they're silly and goofy. I got nothing else. And that's. And then wrestling Mox is just silly. Like, how can you? I mean, they're just the two complete extremes. Like the conglomeration is too silly, too dumb, too goofy, and the Death Riders are too serious, too fake intense, and too goofy. Like it all just
plus they made it up. Now they made it up. All the pregame and everything we heard was Moxley defined medical laws.
Yeah,
and got cleared to wrestle, and he had to fight somebody. He needed to fight Kyle O'Reilly.
Right.
That qualifies.
Just why?
The man's a medical miracle science, and now I got to deal with Kyle O'Reilly.
He's a modern marvel, and he's gonna face Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah,
I like what they did, but then they throw to the opponent. I'm like,
and then it's obvious. It's again, why is it super competitive? So much to the point that Mox actually has to cheat and hit the referee. Like Kyle's got him in this. First off, he's grabbing the rope there, so he could have got a rope break. Like, why didn't he just get a rope break? Instead, because he has to balance his goofy ass, he does that, and then gives Paul Turner one of those forearms that he loves to give, which actually looked good. It looked good.
Yeah.
You know,
of course, on the referee, it's got to look good.
Right? Because the referee actually knew how to take it, and because he's not just standing there and giving him back and forth with no selling. The ref sold it. But then he gets DQ'd. Both groups come out, and then they go to commercial, and when it comes back, it's a 6-man tag.
Right into the 6-man, smoothly done.
It actually did work, and it made sense, and it got everybody involved. It's just, again, then you look at who the groups are, and it's the goofs and the weirdos. Like
my favorite thing during this little segment, the referees were out first, and Aubrey was pissed. Aubrey was mad. She was not happy with the situation.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, she had to put her hoof down, man. I get it. Oh man, then you got. I mean, look at the referees in there too. You've got Aubrey. You've got both bald idiots in there. Aubrey's screaming at Daniel Garcia. Look at her screaming at him back there.
I told you she was mad.
Yeah, you're right. Like, look at her. Like I
wasn't kidding.
She's the worst. She's so self-important. And then Bryce Remsburg, so overacting. And then the corpse referee is just standing there. And then I don't know who this new guy is. He refereed the women's tag match, I think.
And he's got that Mo haircut.
Yeah, he's just kind of like there. And then Paul Turner again. I'm not sure who he. I think he replaced maybe the African American referees on vacation or something. I hadn't seen the guy before. Is he still around? I just didn't see him in this shot. But yeah, look, I didn't really notice Aubrey because I've done pretty well to just ignore her as best I can. But yeah, she's screaming at him.
So by the way, they had a decent crowd. They had a good crowd for this. I forgot to mention that.
I didn't even look it up. I forgot to look that up.
I think they had their usual 2,500. That seems to be their staple item right now.
Well, and one of the things I like, actually, my favorite thing about Mox is because of the way he comes in with this weird entrance, I can kind of get an idea of what the venue is. You know what I mean? Like what type, because when he was walking to this one, it was like music hall, that direction.
Yeah. The other thing that had me off,
1800.
The other thing that I hated about this was the entrances for the wrestlers was on the hard cam side.
Yeah, and then you could see the announcers too. Yeah,
don't like that.
That stuff. Yeah, some of the theaters you're going to be set up with that one. Yeah, it was the Boeing Center at Techport, San Antonio, Texas. 1,830 people was what it said.
Yeah, around 2,000. That's their average crowd right now.
Right in the wheelhouse. You nailed that one. And so yeah, then you had the Death Riders versus the conglomeration, Yippity D. I think the conglomeration won. I had to look it up. Like, who won that match? Because like you said, like, it was fun the way they did it and got it set up. But again, who cares? Kyle Fletcher comes out looking great as always. Don Callis is great when he introduces him. That why does Fletcher when he talks he just millions and millions of times I could wrestle Briscoe. I don't know. He just. That's not the accent. He
still owns the tiniest ears in wrestling.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. They are barely there. No, you're absolutely right.
I wish she grows some hair back again. And just cover those things
yeah, no, you're right. It's not a good look. It's just not. But they comes out and talks about Briscoe, who then Briscoe comes out, challenges him to give me one more match for the TNT title. Callis says no. Okay, I'm not really sure. I heard somewhere that Tony said they were going to make this a best of 7, and they've already said they wrestled 5. So it feels like they're going to have one more, and Briscoe will win, get the title for a small period of time to then have match 7 for Kyle to win. That would make sense. And then Briscoe could at least be a former TNT champion and say he won, but I don't. That's, like, okay.
Again, with so many other people, the window has passed.
Right. Yeah. I feel like, no, I don't get, I think it's nice to do for Mark. If Mark wants to have the belt under his, on his resume, great. But that window passed a long, long time ago. And then the main event was Bandito and Okada for Okada's unified belt. If we weren't doing this live show here today, there's no way I would have watched this match. I would have just sped to the end and saw whatever they did at the end. But
I would have watched out of curiosity more than anything else.
Yeah, so there were definitely some parts that there was whatever, but it wasn't bad overall. Like, Bandito is talented. He's a good wrestler when he's not being too stupid. There was parts of it that
Okada seemed to actually care about it.
I was gonna say Okada seemed more. There was mostly into it, is because there was a couple parts where you're like, "Oi," but mostly he was. You know what I mean? And I think it is coming down to Takeshita. They think they're gonna, and they kept mentioning him and setting that up.
Oh, that's obvious, yeah.
Right, and I feel like maybe that is lighting a fire under him. I'm not sure. We haven't seen any fire from him that I've seen like at all. But he beats Bandito after a way too long of a match. They went to commercial. I watched it on HBO Max, and the last commercial break they had to fast forward through started at 1 hour, 59 minutes, and like 24 seconds. I'm like, okay, not even trying to hit their times.
No,
Okada wins.
It's over. They're not putting Collision on after this week, so
right.
They just
normal
overrun.
Their normal crap. Also, too, like, Danielson and Excalibur, like, they try to banter back and forth, and like Excalibur's trying to just be like, "Oh, well, if for you guys who haven't, for those of you who haven't competed in the ring, like, he just tries to get. It's a bad look to me, a bad taste of him trying to compare himself to Danielson. Not that
I watched this with the sound off.
It's better. You're better off too. You are. Like, it's harsh, especially. This one was just Danielson and Excalibur. It was a 2-man booth. Callis came in, for him for this match. But it was, it was. They were bad together. I have nothing else to say about this. Their back and forth, their banter was shit.
It's just it's a styles clash.
Well, and it's just Danielson just doesn't seem comfortable.
Oh, like, I'm talking about the match. Sorry.
Oh, that's no, you're good. You're right. No, but just both of it. Just Danielson, he just doesn't have. He wants to say the right things, and it just doesn't come out right for me. I don't know.
Excalibur has too much emotion. Danielson has zero emotion.
Yeah, it's like it's a summer and a winter. It's just not
that way to me.
Yeah, no, and them as a 2-man booth. Like, I feel like if it was the two of them and Taz, you might have been all right, but with Taz out and no Shivani, but not that I want Shivani. But then Takeshita comes out at the end and actually has the IWGP belt. And look at Kyle Fletcher's miniature ears. Like, look at Takeshita's ears and Callis's ears. And look at the little baby ears. Yeah. But, this could be a good match. This could be fun. This could be right.
It should be.
Watch it happen in Japan.
I called that, but
I know.
I was joking, but
I know, but I feel like you put that in the back of my mind. I was like, and now I'm like, oh shit, it might happen. I guess they could have a match at Full Gear. I don't know why, but then they look at each other. They walk. Fletcher walks Takeshita away, and then they hold him up like he's won the Super Bowl for whatever reason. I don't know. There's the Dodd Callis family. There's just so many of them.
Not all of them.
I know it's never all of them. You can't ever get all of them out there. There are just so many of them. But I mean, this show was this is the epitome of why, like, this is a perfect example of why their post pay-per-view shows are their worst shows. Because even the build-up shows, there can sometimes be something. What was the follow-up like from the pay-per-view that's really exciting? Like, what
other than showing the highlights of the pay-per-view, there was no follow-up at all.
Right.
Except like Darby and not really.
Yeah, I mean, they talked, but they didn't do. I mean, and what else can they do? Like, because at one point, you're right. Because at one point, Excalibur even said, this isn't over between Darby and Mox. And I think he tried to go over to Daniels, and he's like, "What am I supposed to say? It should be like, what else can they do?" Yeah, the man tried to drown him, for God's sake.
Their follow-up shows are usually pretty bad. This one was no exception.
I just feel like this one, I mean, there's just nothing. It wasn't exciting. Like, there wasn't that much going on. I mean, I'll give you also the Monet and Statlander stuff was intriguing. Like, there is something there. I just don't know.
There were a couple things. The Monet thing and Samoa Joe interests me still. So.
Yeah. But also, too, I just get scared on the side of, like, what are they? I mean, if they can break Joe off and he can just be a single, they're better up. But, like, they've tried this where he was with Hook, and then now he's with Shibata and Hobbs. It's like, I mean, if they turn them all heel,
I'm thinking that if Hook didn't get hurt, he probably would have got a good rub from Joe, and now Joe's going to be helping Hobbs. That's my idea, what they were trying to do, and Hook ended up not panning out that way. I mean,
yeah, no, I'll give you that. No, I'll give you. I honestly, I'd forgotten about the Hook getting injured part of that, but you're right, because that was a good mentor-mentee relationship, which apparently is. Apparently, that's what Hook is now doing with Eddie Kingston, which I've only seen. I've just seen like that tweets about it. I haven't actually seen it because I don't have time to watch Collision. I'm sorry, I just don't.
If it's on after Dynamite, I'll just keep it on.
I could, yeah, you're right.
But if it's on Saturday like it is this week, I'm not doing that. I got things I'm watching stuff,
Right. No.
Plus NXT's this weekend. I just thought about that.
Oh shit, that is this weekend. I forgot about that.
So we'll be reviewing that in our Sunday Spaces show.
Yeah, right.
8:05 Eastern.
Shoot.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, and there we go. We can preview it. So yeah. All right. Well, we will link up tomorrow. We'll preview it tomorrow. We were talking about that before we went on. I'm like, if you want to meet up tomorrow and do a weekly, yeah, we could give us something to talk about, because there was some cool stuff that happened on NXT that builds towards that. I'm actually like super jealous that I can't go. It's up in Prescott, but it's too far. You have to get a hotel and all of that. But it sucks because they won't come back to Arizona for a while, so I won't be able to see it. But Mr. Iguana's going to be on the card. That's
almost worth
it. Right? Yeah. No, if it was fundageable, I would go, but I just finances and
what was that word you used?
Fundageable, meaning if I had the ability to fundage, and I do not.
I'd love to see if that's an actual word. I love it.
No. It's like Quidjabo, from The Simpsons.
Work for me.
I mean, hey, if I could get it to pass in a Scrabble game and just don't look it up, we're fine. But yeah, you gotta have some fun with it. But I mean, that should be a good show, though. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'll watch that. We'll put out a preview tomorrow. Review Raw, NXT.
Yeah.
Do the NXT pay-per-view review. And then Sunday we'll talk about the pay-per-view in our Sunday Spaces.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a live show next week on this time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right back here at 8. Oh, look at us doing right. We've been trying to go for right about an hour. I feel like either we've gone way too low or way too long, but this is perfect. This is good. But I mean, there just wasn't this show, man. I wish there was more that we could get into of Dynamite, but it just wasn't any good.
We'll see
where they go
tomorrow when we record. I think tomorrow when we're recording, it'd be too early for the ratings to be out, but we'll see.
But yeah, I saw what NXT's was, and it wasn't good. But
yeah, let's not forget, folks. Yeah. NBA's back, and they're on NBC this year, and they are cleaning up. Yeah. NBA on NBC and ESPN.
They brought John Tesh back from with his music.
I don't even like the NBA, and I watched opening day.
There you go. Hey, I mean, that's one of the things with it, of when you're competing with, the major sports, it's always going to be a risk. That's one of the reasons. Another reason why Collision won't do so well because let alone a WWE, but college football. I mean, college football is the number 2 sport in the country behind the NFL. It just is.
Yeah, these shows on broadcast TV are gathering huge numbers. Huge. Monday Night Football last week, I think the first game had like 45 million people or 35 million people, and the second game dropped off because it was a later game.
East Coast, right. Yeah, no, that makes sense because I didn't realize it was. I saw some there like a headline that it did huge numbers, but I didn't actually click on the article.
Yeah.
Damn, good for them though. I mean, that's for some reason wrestling seems to be the one that's getting hit by these new data systems and new numbers, but we will see how that goes. Anything else you want to talk about or bring up, my friend?
No, it was a good show. We'll be back next.
Forgot about that.
Stay tuned for at 11 o'clock Eastern on YouTube.
Yes.
Stay tuned for This Is Awful. Next on your programming schedule, we come in the middle between This Is Awful and this SC Maniac show. So that's your Thursday night of entertainment.
I forgot Exact Change Man. He lives in Arizona too. He's going up to Prescott for Halloween Havoc. So I'll send us some pics and I'll post those through my X account for you. Yeah, no, make sure you guys are tuning into SC Maniacs before us. They go on at 7 Eastern, and give you like 90 minutes to an hour and 45. And then we come in at 8:45 p.m. Eastern, try to go about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and then have a break, have a snack, and come back at 11 Eastern for This Is Awful. If you guys haven't checked out what I was on with them last week, please go do. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes of just hilarity. I haven't laughed that hard in quite a while.
Yeah, so. when you guys are leaving the chat, hit the like button first. It's not we're not getting huge numbers, but 10 likes would be appreciated. We're growing slowly on live shows here. So.
Every interaction helps. Every comment, every like, every
I see a new person in the chat. So
hey, we love it. We appreciate it.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you everybody for showing up. Everyone.
We appreciate you guys, and we will catch you next week back here at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Peace.
We appreciate you making it to the end of the video. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.
Oh, that thank you kills me.